Welcome back to Elevation 44. It's your girl B. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, family. Today we are, diving into this Aquarius new moon, and it's been a minute since I've seen you all, and I've missed this community so much. I've been gone for a little over a month. A lot has happened in the past month, and I will say in short, you see that I'm in like a new setting, got a new background. So I have, in this last month, gone through a lot of internal changes and external changes. So one of the external changes is I actually manifested this home that I have been, aligning myself to in 2021, and like right at the end of the year, it just kind of all fell into place. Also, I was sick in December. I got sick at the end of December, which was so bizarre because I have not been sick in over 3 years. So I had to deal with that as well. So in short, that's kind of where I've been over the past month, just kind of dealing with lots of internal and external changes. And I'm sure that you all have been going through your own cycles and your own things of change. And I can't wait to talk to you guys more and get into kind of some of the things that I want to do and to how I want to connect with this community more and all of that stuff. So stay tuned for all of those messages. But today we are going to be talking about this Aquarius new moon. And if you're new to working with new moon energy, the new moon is just a beautiful time to set your intentions, or AKA plant your seeds on the things that you want to manifest, or how you want to grow, or how you want to evolve in this lifetime, right? So these are energies, or these are times that you capitalize on setting those intentions and making things clear and bringing those manifestations in, because that's what it's all about. It's all about moving forward in whatever way that you need at that particular time, and whatever area of life that applies for you, right? And so this new moon, Aquarius new moon, is happening at 12:45 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, February 1st. So it's going to be like Monday night going into Tuesday morning. So if it were me, my suggestion is to work with this energy on Monday night, because it's like that new moon's happening right around midnight. So Monday, which is moon day, right, is a lunar day. So this would be a good day to, like, it's like strengthening the energy of setting your intentions and doing your work. But you have up until like 3 days after that new moon to actually work with this energy. So if you miss Monday night, or early Tuesday morning, you still have Tuesday, you have Wednesday, and I think up to Thursday to actually work and set your intentions on this energy. So don't panic if you can't get to the work on a Monday evening going into Tuesday, okay? And then this new moon will also be at 12 degrees. And 12, we pay attention to the degrees because the degrees matter. It adds another level of insight to what we can expect the energy to be like during this new moon, right? So we're going to talk about some of the transits, like the interactions that the moon and the sun are going to be having with some of the other planets. But the degrees matter because that is another level of insight. And 12 in numerology, 1 + 2 = 3. We always want to boil it down to a single digit number. And 3 is Jupiterian energy. This energy really reminds me a lot of the 3 of Cups in tarot. If any of you work with tarot, the 3 of Cups is like these 3 friends who are like gathered together, uplifting their cups because they've been supporting each other, they've been like collaborating together and all of that good stuff. So this is really what it reminds me of, and I think that that's what the energy is kind of like overall going to be flavored with for this Aquarius new moon. So keep that in mind as you're setting intentions and you're thinking about the things that you want to manifest and you want to do. Think about that energy as well. So with the number 3, I want to go ahead and talk about 3 key things that you want to pay attention to with this Aquarius new moon, or keep in mind with this Aquarius new moon. Now, the first one is that Mercury is still retrograde, but it's at the end of its retrograde cycle in Capricorn. So that is going to be adding an additional level of ways that we can tap into that energy, but also things that we have to be aware of. So we'll talk about that. The second thing that I would definitely pay attention to is the moon and the sun, which are aligned, that's what makes a new moon, right? They're aligned in the same area. They're going to be conjunct or blending their energies with Saturn, which is also in Aquarius. Now, this conjunction is about 3 degrees apart. So here we have that number 3 again playing into this, okay? And then the third thing that I would also keep in mind is that the moon is going to be square or having tension with Uranus. Listen, I'm working on the pronunciation. Uranus in Taurus. So let's just go ahead and dive in, and let's talk about Mercury retrograde in Capricorn and how it's influencing this new moon and how you could possibly work this energy to your advantage. So Mercury has been in retrograde since January 14th. And then the retrograde is going to end on February 3rd, okay? So we're catching, like I said, we're catching Mercury right at the end of its retrograde cycle. So when you have Mercury stationing, which is when it actually stops its motion to reverse in the other direction. So when it stations to go direct, that's when the energy is the most potent, the stationing, because it's like appearing to be still, which means that the energy is more concentrated. So when you're getting close to that stationing day, you're talking about the effects of the retrograde, or you're talking about the effects in general being much, much higher. So what this brings in when Mercury is specifically in retrograde in Capricorn is just minor annoyances, specifically around business, around work, and those types of things. It's just like anything to do with your business, your work dealings, money in terms of those avenues really just gets all muddled. Business dealings, miscommunications, even tech mess ups in the business or the workplace. It's just like little annoying things have happened. And I don't know if anyone else has been dealing with it, but I have had like a bunch of little annoying things happen. It's not anything major, but just things like you have to like consistently pay attention. Now, retrogrades are really a time of like reviewing, reassessing, reflecting, all the rewords, right? All the rewords. And it's really a time to slow down and then allow your brain to reabsorb all of the things that it previously missed or glossed over. So that's why I'm saying a lot of the little annoying things happen for you to pay attention. And that's really what the retrograde, and specifically Mercury retrogrades, are like really highlighting. It's like, pay attention to this. Mercury is all about communication. It's about, basically processing information. So that's the things that get muddled up a lot because we're just kind of like rushing through, and it's asking us to slow down. And in Capricorn, it really is about our structures, our routines, our business, our, responsibilities. So those are the highlights for a lot of what Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is bringing in, right? So this is a good time. The way to use this energy, I talked about the annoyances, but the great way to use this energy is to revisit and get clear on your own goals and stuff, because it's tied to business, it's tied to your structure, your responsibilities, your own goals, your own personal goals, whether they be personal or business related, work related. This is a good time to like revisit and recommit to things that you previously dropped off. Like, listen, we're human. We've all done it. Like, we set goals and we're like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that, whatever, right? And it could be in any particular area. It doesn't have to be like high, lofty goals. It can be just like simple things, and we fall off, or we abandon it, or we forget about it, or the going gets tough and we're just like, okay, well, off to this next new shiny thing or idea, right? And sometimes those things continuously come back up in these retrograde cycles for us to kind of reflect and come back to them, because there's a merit, there's weight to it, and that's why it's being revisited in our conscious mind. That's why it keeps floating back to us. That's why the idea or the goal keeps coming back. As you're setting your intentions, keep that in mind. Use this energy for recommitment in the workspace, in your business dealings, in your own personal goals, and also to gain clarity in those areas, to help move you forward. So that is my tip on setting your intention with this particular energy. Now let's move into the second thing. which is this new moon, which is the sun and the moon aligned, right, is going to be conjuncting Saturn, okay? And I said blending those energies. Now, this really highlights our need for not only connectivity and working and building together with others, but also our social responsibility, okay? Because we're talking about Saturn. Saturn really is about responsibility. Aquarius is really about social, like the whole, the collective, the team. So it's really about our social responsibility and what are the things that we're doing, how are we working, what are we building, what are we putting our energy towards that's actually doing something more. It's more than outside of just self. It's about the whole, it's about the community, it's about the group. And so when we have Saturn in Aquarius and we have this moon this new moon conjunction, it really is highlighting all those things, right? We really want to collaborate with others. We really want to make a contribution because our internal and our external needs are aligning to these things. That's what this energy is really, basically highlighting our needs and actually helping us set intentions around those things, building with others, putting our energy towards the things that matter, actually coming up with ideas, the creativity, right? And it goes back to that 3 energy of the creative collaborations, putting our creativity and our minds together to create something way bigger than what we could on our own, which it would be that Capricorn energy, okay? So keep that in mind, right? So then the flip side to this energy is really taking on too much responsibility. Also, the Saturn energy can feel very pessimistic. It can feel very judgmental, very nitpicky. And what I suggest is that you give yourself, not only yourself, but you give other people grace with this energy, that you are accepting of other ideas that are different from yourself. You're accepting of different work styles and contributions that are different than you. It's like seeing the beauty and the difference of people and moving through that space, instead of like getting into this like, well, I wouldn't have done it that way and I don't understand this, and getting into that nitpicky judgmental, not only on others, but also on yourself, especially as we talk about going back with that Mercury retrograde to recommitting to things that you previously dropped off, right? Not judging yourself and not getting so down and hard and pessimistic on yourself about not being, further along or where you needed to be, or, whatever the case may be. My tip here is really to focus this energy on really aligning to the areas where you're being called to work with others, to collaborate with others, to come up with creative solutions, to explore, and to help move you in the direction where your soul, that path that is being illuminated for you, where your soul is pulling you. So, just using that as a time to connect in that way versus, go in the other direction, which is kind of more of the harsh direction, or the more pessimistic side of Saturn's energy. And to also set intentions to give yourself and other people grace during the process of working and learning and growing together. That would be my tip on helping you work or capitalize on this energy as you set your intentions, okay? And then the last thing that we're going to dive into is the new moon squaring or having tension with Uranus and Taurus. Now, Uranus came out of retrograde recently, sometime in the beginning of January, right? And Uranus and Taurus has really come in to kind of shake up what we think of or what we have held value in terms of what we find valuable, our security, our material comfort, and all of that. So, and our resources, it's come to shake all those things up, and it's really doing a number in Taurus. I'm not gonna lie, it is really doing a number there, and Taurus likes that stability. Taurus likes that comfort. Taurus likes that, those material possessions and resources being of access. So to come and have like this tornado energy, I would call it. Like, just come and spin and just shake it all up. It has really been a whirlwind, and we kind of seen this happening with the money and the market, and if you're following, you know, stocks and crypto, and if you're even following things like the weather, like, and seeing how the impact of what Uranus has been doing to the earth, because Taurus is the earth. Taurus is the earth energy, right? Taurus really is more aligned with the earth than anything else. So you can see it. You can see how our resources, how things have become scarce in certain ways, how food has been shaped up. It's like there's so much going on there. But with this tension that this new moon is going to be having with Uranus, right? There is a lot of uncertainty and changes that are coming in. And this kind of goes back to my own personal story of, it comes in, Uranus comes in, that tornado comes and spins around and shakes things up unexpectedly. Because think about a tornado, it just touches down without warning. You don't get a warning. It's like not like a hurricane where you can they map it out, they can see it, they can try to track where it's going. You have time to prepare. Now with a tornado just touches down and just destroys, right? Or just shakes things up. And what I'm trying to say here is that sometimes the tornado, and I'm not actually talking about a physical, real tornado. This is metaphorical. Sometimes this tornado is necessary to move us out of our comfort zone. And the comfort zone is a great place. It feels like a great place to be, but it is not a great place to stay, okay? This tension is designed to help move you out of that, to make you uncomfortable, to move you out of that place of comfort, so that you have changes that help move you forward. Because if you just stay in the same place, you're going to stagnate, and stagnation is a slow death, okay? So I'm just gonna say that. So this, with it being in Taurus, it really is highlighting, right? This square with Taurus, it's really about establishing new roots, security, new foundations, things that we had found, you know, security, or we had rooted in, or like, it is all changing for us, and it's changing to move us forward, because things around us are changing. Nothing is staying the same, so you can't stay the same, right? So what I would say, because the flip side of this energy is also that your emotions can get all wonky and all up and down the place. You can get moody, you can get all in your, you know, feelings about things because you are uncomfortable. So my tip here is, when setting your intentions, using this energy to fuel you for making intentional change. Don't wait for the tornado to come spin and move you out, right? And to push you out. Even though this minor irritation, or this, you can feel it, it's there, it's designed to help you really take charge and take lead on those changes and make them intentional to what you want, not necessarily being always forced in a corner to do it. You know what I mean? So hopefully that's clear, and hopefully you can use that particular energy to help you set some intentional changes that you need to make, because you can feel it like it's been brewing for a while, and you're like, yeah, I need to get out of this comfort zone. I need to do X, Y, and Z, okay? So the power crystal I would recommend working with to help you with setting your intentions or powering your intentions around this Aquarius new moon is aquamarine. And you can use this crystal through the entire Aquarius season, because it really focuses on communication, inspiration, growth, and provides a sense of calming over your anxiety that might be coming up around changes, or just the different things that may be, you know, bubbling up during this time, especially as we're going back to revisit or recommit to different things that we might have previously abandoned, or, you know, not things that had not worked out the way we thought it could the first time around. Those can bring up, you know, feelings of anxiety or just different emotions. So this is actually great for helping calm that. Another thing that I wanted to give you is an affirmation. And the reason why I wanted to start doing affirmations is because we are in the age of Aquarius, where it's really, the manifestations are really coming not from like the physical tools or things. Like, yes, we can use crystals and herbs and candles and all kinds of other things to help us, but we actually really don't need those things. We can use them as support, but we don't really need them. All we really need in this time, because we're in a different age, is our mind. Okay, the power of the subconscious and the conscious mind, just the power of the mind in general, is how you're going to quickly bring in your manifestations, how you're quickly going to set your intentions and see things transform in your life. Okay, it's about speaking, it's about thinking, it's about affirming and reaffirming and believing. So you really have to program your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is really the driver. The conscious mind, yes, has something to do with it, but it's really the subconscious mind that is really going to be your power tool for your manifestations, how quickly they come in and how accurately they come in. Okay, so with these affirmations, they're meant to reaffirm things so that you are constantly speaking and programming your mind to aligning to what you feel is already true, right? So you're going to align everything so that it is, you hit that target. You hit that target when you're setting those intentions, and watch how things really transform for you. So the affirmation that I want to leave you with for this Aquarius new moon is, I'm aligning with the right people and opportunities that support my personal growth. So I hope that this information was helpful for you. I hope that this gave you some ideas on how to set your intentions with this energy, what to focus on, what to avoid. You should be having fun during this process of expanding and growing and setting your intentions and moving yourself along the path forward. It's not always comfortable, but it is necessary, and it can be as hard or as easy as you want it to be. Use the tools at your disposal. Again, align your thoughts with your heart. Speak things into existence. Write them into existence. Believe them into existence, okay? It is possible. Trust me. I'm looking and I'm sitting in what was something that I aligned my mind, my mouth, my heart, everything on, okay? So I leave you with that. And Aquarius gang, where are you at? I think you guys are unicorns. I could barely find you, but I'm just like, you know what? I thought I didn't know a lot of people who were Aquariuses, but now I'm starting to think, I'm like, actually I know quite a few. So you guys are still the unicorns of the zodiac, I'm not gonna lie. So leave a comment down below if you are Aquarius gang, if you got your moon in Aquarius, your sun, any of your major placements there. Would love to see it down below, and I will catch you all in the next video. I do owe you tons of content, and be patient with me. It's coming along with other things, so I can't wait to just kind of get back into it and continue to connect with you all and grow this community. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.